Hi, I'm Jeff Jackson, and I counsel people who've lost someone they love to suicide. And if that's you, then the single most important thing for you to understand is there is no such thing as a sudden suicide. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that it doesn't happen like in the movies or on TV where one painful event or crisis leads someone to suddenly end their life. Now, if it appears to you like that's exactly what happened to the person you lost, this thing happened and it drove them to suicide, then that's a false perception. Yes, your person probably did experience something painful in their life, maybe many things, maybe even something that happened right before their suicide, like a breakup, a career setback, a financial crisis, something that was deeply troubling for them. But that is not the reason they did it. How do we know that? Because millions of people go through those exact same painful experiences every day and never for a moment even consider suicide. There has to be something else, a pre-existing condition that causes that hurt to lead to suicide. Now, we human beings are, after all, animals. And we are hardwired to do anything we can to survive. So for that deeply embedded evolutionary instinct to be short-circuited, there has to be something wrong inside the organ that governs that instinct. Now, the theory that's become very clear to me over the years is that the people we lost were suffering from some kind of brain chemistry disorder that made them hyper-vulnerable to emotional pain. I have other videos that explain this condition in depth, but it's very likely that the person you lost was suffering from this kind of condition for a long, long time, maybe even their entire lives. The mental health profession is on the verge of recognizing suicide as a unique neurobiological condition, its own diagnosis, completely separate from things like depression or anxiety, although those may coexist. And I believe this condition I'm describing turns what most of us experience as life's normal challenges into something else entirely: constant emotional agony. That intense pain builds inside of them, accumulating like debris for years until they simply cannot endure it one more day. Now, it's not your fault or anyone else's for not knowing or recognizing that. The person you lost and you were simply fighting a losing battle without even knowing it against a very powerful and deadly opponent. Understanding and accepting that truth is the key to your healing from this. Now, I have many other videos that explore every aspect of this phenomenon and of your grief. So if this feels like something you need, subscribe or follow. And when you're ready, watch the next video in the series, the second most important thing you need to know.